to me, and my wife knows this, if being a part of Final Fantasy VII, or any video game, or any job, can help someone, or change their heart, or help them not to give up on life, or help them grow stronger in their growth in life or with relationships, I'm good. I'm good.
I know you've had like a lot of interactions with fans. Tell us about your experience.
I have, you know, when the game came out, I obviously received a lot of messages about how much they love the game and how much it means to them, both through, you know, through time, decades, you know. That's an amazing thing, and I sort of expected that because we put so much love and passion into the game, and I was so happy that people liked it. And it did come out at a perfect time when people really needed it, when they were stuck at home. But I still am receiving the kindest messages. Just last week, I got 2 that made me cry. I mean, I pretty much haven't stopped crying for the past 2 years because every time I open my DMs, it's like, this game brings people together, helps people find their future partners. You know, they get married to people who play the game with them and love the game with them. It helps people through the death of their loved ones, and for them to have that connection to these characters, to that resilience and the hero's journey, that it's not easy. It's never going to be easy. Life is hard, but being able to connect to that fight, that will to keep going and make a better world, there's nothing. It's so beautiful, and it's honestly very overwhelming all the time. I'm incredibly fortunate, but sometimes, like I said, I haven't stopped crying since April 2022, or 2020. What day is it? Time doesn't matter. Oh.
So, I'm sorry, I gotta stand up and do this so I don't like ball.
Where are you going?
There's a couple here. There's a couple here that we met 2 years ago. There was a group that came up when we were in that the bar. And there was a girl, and she said, Barret reminds me of my dad. She said, Barret reminds me of my dad. And to meet you is a big privilege. And I'm like, okay. And she was shaking. And she couldn't move. And I'm like, oh my God. So, you know, me and the whole concept of Marlene, my 4 sons, many of you have met one of my sons, Noah. I'm like, come here, and I gave her a hug, and she's shaking, right? And I'm like, oh my God, how is she doing? I wonder what's going on. 2 years later, the person who said, hey, she really loves you, but she doesn't know how to speak, it was her fiance. Well, he wasn't a fiance at the time. He just proposed to her, on Saturday? In front of Buckingham Palace, right? And she said yes, and she's here, and he's here, and are y'all here? I'm gonna call you out. Are you here? Stand up! Show it off, girl! So, when you ask me and Bree the impact, that's what it's all about. If that happens out of a video game and a voice, man, I think we're right where he wants us to be. I'm sorry, that's just me. So congratulations. That's it.
You know, I'm a strong believer that video games have more impact than any type of media. Because a movie you watch and you can enjoy, but it's over in 2 hours. a game, you control it. You are that person. You are a part of it. And you know, I don't know how many hours you clocked on 7 Remake. I think mine was somewhere around the 40 or 50 hour mark. And you know, you
No, you did, because you are a master damn gamer. A lot of people didn't. I'm still trying to finish stuff.
What?
I would literally call him up, and I was like, well, like this was during the first wave. Like it was really intense. There's me in my basement with the beard looking like a yeti, and it was like,
Like
oh,
all of us.
playing this. Yeah. If you were in your basement with a beard looking like a yeti, we need to have a chat. But you know, it's overwhelming. It was such a different launch for you too, you know. COVID, it was almost like it was like double-edged, because it was sad because of COVID, but it was also kind of really special because everyone was at home doing absolutely nothing, and they really absorbed into it. So yeah, I would speak to John 2-3 months later. I was like, how you doing? Are you playing the game? No, the kids keep taking the PlayStation. I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, oh yeah, where are you now? And I was like, oh, you know, I just got to 7th heaven. I was like, John, it's been 6 months. You know, you can push it a little harder. What, have you played since?
So here's the deal.
Alright, that's no then. Okay, Bree, you have.
John, I'm gonna have you on my stream, and we're gonna play it together, okay?
The new one? I'll go with that.
I will make sure he plays the game.
During your stream, the one that